Middletown United Methodist Church, also known as UMC, is located in a valley between Braddock Mountain and South Mountain in Middletown, Maryland. Our team was comprised of Pastor Katie Bishop, Sandy Doggett, Kim Klemensick, Sherry Koob, Eileen Tipperman, Lauren Troughton, and Janice Walden. Early in the initiative, we polled UMC's leadership and then its members to determine our core values. Preaching and teaching ranked number one among both groups, with prayer, worship, welcome, and fellowship coming in close behind. Half of the people living within a 20-minute drive of UMC are under the age of 40, yet that is not who we see in our congregation or our leadership. In addition, our members are not of one mind regarding the issues facing our denomination, and many wish the larger church would let us operate in peace. Church members told us they have felt disconnected during the pandemic. Some outside our community of faith also expressed concerns about disconnection. This was described as lacking a supportive community and a perception that our church would not accept them because of their socioeconomic status. Our call is to create intergenerational, service-oriented programs and activities that care for our neighbors, build community, and aren't limited to participation by church members. In one-on-ones, we heard a deep need to serve neighbors. Many feel isolated and disconnected due to COVID or political and social divisions within our country.
When looking at UMC's call, we focused on building relationships with our neighbors, as well as within our community, church community. We discerned this was the first area we wanted to try to develop. With the blast of love, we distributed bags full of hope and love to our community for Valentine's Day. Community church members identified people who could use some joy. Preschool students, children in our before and after care kids club, and others made cards. Our prayerful stitchers knitted pocket prayer shawls. Other items were donated by the church and preschool community. We considered several projects, but COVID restrictions made them unworkable. We pivoted to the blast of love because it could be done without a lot of personal contact or gathering with large groups. In the future, we might target first responders, educators, or medical professionals and choose items for the bags that are appropriate for their profession. Approximately 230 bags were delivered to those who were nominated. Volunteers expressed having had a wonderful experience in surprising people with the bags. Receivers expressed being pleasantly surprised, deeply grateful, and very appreciative of being remembered. Our wins were bringing our church community together, receiving support from outside organizations, and letting our neighbors know that they are thought of and loved. Church members and preschool families generously donated items for the bags. Many volunteers, including the high school UNICEF Club, helped assemble the bags and deliver them.
Our congregation will assess all current and future ministries against the Discipleship Pathways Matrix to see how well they align to the goal of developing disciples. Ministries that do not have a clear path to discipleship will be eliminated or redesigned. We'll know if we are seeing all the people well by measuring the number of people outside of our congregation that are engaged in our ministries as either volunteers or recipients. We'll know that we are deepening discipleship by tracking the number of new people that are engaged in journey groups, youth groups, and similar ministries that span all level of discipleship growth or engage in one or more discipleship actions. We'll know that we are loving and leading like Jesus by tracking the number of people that engage in more than one of the discipleship pathway actions on a regular basis. Our call to offer service-oriented ministries to a multi-generational population addresses millennials and Gen Zers who are interested in service. We will continue to develop service opportunities that are easily accessible to the community and reach out to community schools and organizations to engage volunteers.
Sandy, are you muted?
Sorry. When we started the Catalyst Initiative, our church had minimal contacts in our database of non-church members. We have added over 140 contacts. We had over 100 volunteers to help with parts of our Blast of Love. About 62% of the recipients were non-members, and 25% of the volunteers were non-members. As a result of Catalyst, we've discovered many people in our congregation feel disconnected from church after months of worshiping in the parking lot or online. We miss the plethora of activities that our church provided to enrich our lives. This project gave us a feeling of working together toward a goal to reach out to other lonely folks. Our fruit was reaching out to and caring for the community we live in. Once the Catalyst Initiative is over, we will continue to use the discipleship pathways to inform our future programming. We will also keep in mind our core values. We will think outward to the community rather than only making plans for our existing members. Due to the pandemic slowdown, this is a good time to explore new areas of ministry. A year after completing the Catalyst Initiative, we will possibly change the format of the new member classes by using some of the time to do one-on-ones with them. It has been suggested that the church develop a Who Are We, Mumsy short course to help with new member orientation to our community of faith. Our greeters will be more intentional, connecting visitors with a member who can help point them toward small groups. We celebrate our new outlook on ministry. We had been focusing too much on our members' needs. We need to focus on the larger community of the Middletown Valley. After our long period of hibernating at home due to COVID, people are ready to reach out to others and meet face to face.